Hello, guys, and welcome to Message in a Vodcast, episode 6. Yay! It's October. I mean, guys, can you believe that it's October?
No, we were just saying Christmas ads are coming soon.
Oh, my goodness. Anyways, I am so glad to be here with you guys, as always. Before we start, we want to thank our amazing partners at Blue Ant Plus who help us do this podcast, who've gotten us through these almost 6 episodes now, 5.5 episodes. So big shout out to them. And I am so excited to talk to you guys, as I always am. And I think today we're going to start with Chris Powell. And Chris, I would like you to tell me about one of the more interesting things you've seen in the world of marketing in the past week or so.
I want to focus, this ad's been out for a little while now, but I still find it hugely entertaining. And it's part of a campaign for Staples called Let's Find Out, created by Jackman Reinvents. It's a continuation. Staples has been undergoing this sort of metamorphosis for a little while now, from sort of, trying to position itself not as just an office supply store, but as a sort of a working and learning company. I guess, there's only so much you can do from a business perspective when you labeled as an office supply store, and people think of you strictly as back to school. Right. So I think this is kind of a continuation to sort of, have a year-round presence. And just sort of expand what people think of Staples for.
Right.
So
more than just the most wonderful time of the year, which we so love.
And I mean, they've kind of been known for that's certainly one of their most iconic pieces of work, and the easy button too, which has been very prevalent. But this new campaign, as I mentioned, from Jackman Reinvents, stars Howie Mandel. Canadian stand-up turned actor turned reality show host. Obviously, he's sort of become a bit of a jack of all trades. But in these ads, he is starring as sort of, they call him the curiosity of Staples customers. So what that means is he's kind of a sort of a doppelganger of sorts. For people that we see in these ads, he is the person giving voice to sort of their internal dialogue and their internal questions about entirely prosaic things, such as why would they even invent tofu? How was paint made? Do fish get thirsty? Is a hot dog a sandwich? With a payoff.
Critical questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Valid questions. With the payoff coming that eventually there's a question about, how do we turn sort of this space into my home office, or can we turn it into our home office? So there's a payoff at the end.
Love it. Yeah. That's amazing. That's super fun. Dave, on to you for your more, I don't want to say weird take, but something a little maybe different that you've seen.
It's kind of in a weird category because it's about non-fungible tokens, which are weird to me.
We have discussed this. I don't understand. I don't know if I want to understand. I know I have to.
I know. Well, it's so, same. And this is about Nissan and Juniper Park. TBWA created an NFT, and they're auctioning it off for starting price of $280,000.
For which client was this?
Nissan.
Okay. Yep.
Nissan for its high-end supercar, the GTR Nismo.
That is a high-end Nissan. Yes.
Yeah.
280 grand.
Yeah. So
it's not a Sentra.
It's not a Sentra. Nothing wrong with a Sentra.
So NFTs have obviously been a huge thing this year, especially among the sort of the extremely online digitality types, spending lots of their hard-earned cryptocurrencies on digital pieces of art, and it's insane. The valuations are nuts. I just read that the last quarter trading volumes hit $10.67 billion, up more than 700% just from the quarter before. So the NFT market has been bonkers. Nissan at TBWA Juniper Park created this thing. It's a short animated computer animation of a GTR. And it's not particularly beautiful, but it's digital art. And you can bid on this thing, but you're really buying the car. This is the hook. It's a straight up PR play. There's no real paid advertising behind this or media. It's a PR hook to sell the car. So they're positioning this as buy the NFT for $280,000 and we throw in the car. You get the of course it's the opposite. You're buying the car and you get the NFT as the extra. And we spoke with Graham Lang, who's the chief creative officer at Juniper Park. And he talked me through the thinking behind this, where it does actually make sense. He explained why it does make sense for their brand. In part, they're just in the market to sell the cars. It's a unique way for them to sell the cars. And Nissan has asked Juniper Park to think of innovative ways to be in market. Yeah. To be looking at sort of positioning the brand as being forward and tech forward and trendy. And certainly, as we said, that's what NFTs are right now. They're very trendy, rightly or wrongly. And they want it's a bit of a lead generator. I mean, the market for a $280,000 car isn't big, but they're expecting to get a few people put their hands up and be a lead to sort of go back maybe. Yeah. And then there's just also that there is a halo effect for the Nissan brand, because stories about Nissan doing something cutting edge connected to the supercars, it sort of reinforces the Nissan racing heritage. So there's a brand halo effect for the Nissan badge itself. Even the Sentras, are there still Sentras? Not even the GTR. So that's why it's a PR. As I said, it's a PR play. It's already been picked up in sort of the auto blogs, and some of the other like Hype Beast, I think, covered it in some of those kinds of blogs. So they're getting free media that way for this way, just of a unique way to sell one of their cars.
Okay, now for yours and my favorite part of the Vodcast, the less educational part, the pop culture pop quiz. Full disclosure, audience, we had taped this earlier in the week and I misrecorded it. The boys have been nice enough not to bring it up, so this is our take 2. So I obviously had to come up with an entirely new pop culture pop quiz. But again, because we're in October, it will still be focused around Halloween. And you guys are not going to know this, but I really did well on the last one. The guys got virtually none of them right. So we'll see how you guys fare this time.
I was just about to call you to give you the plaudits you deserved for stumping us.
I did. I really stumped you. And then when I went to, first of all, no one should let me have anything to do with editing or technology, straight up. So the fact that I've been getting these Vodcasts to Blue Ant Plus in any kind of shape is, we should all be surprised and amazed. So it was bound to happen, and it happened on episode 6. Anyway, so to jump into new Halloween trivia with new questions that hopefully I can equally stump you on. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do it.
What animal, if it shows up at your house on Halloween night, is said to indicate that your house is haunted?
A cat.
No. Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
It flies.
A bat.
Yes, a bat.
That makes sense.
And I don't want you to worry, because if the bat actually flies around your house 3 times, no worries, but that is actually an omen that someone in your house is going to die.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you don't want to see a bat on Halloween night. Yeah. We got dark, guys. No, this is a dark one. I used all my fun ones in the last taping. Anyway, so no bats on Halloween, straight up. Does anyone know that the term trick or treat is apparently Canadian? The term was first coined in Canada. Do you care to take a guess in which province it was coined and around what year? Just throw out a province.
I was going to say Newfoundland.
No, but good guess. Closer to the lake.
Yeah, I feel like Nova Scotia. I feel like it's Maritimes. I don't know why though, but yeah, I would say Nova Scotia.
Well, I know why. Our next question will lead into why you guys guessed that, and those are good guesses. But no, in fact, it was the other West Coast. It was actually in Alberta. Yep. The first time that it appeared in print, the term trick or treat was in a newspaper in 1927 from Blackie, Alberta. But yes, it's the first time it ever appeared in print. So it's not to say that somebody might not have colloquially used it, but it was not in print anywhere before 1927.
I'm gonna have to fact check that one.
Oh God, classic. Well, you know what? The fact check won't make the edit, so yeah. Okay, but we're gonna end on a funnier note, which I feel like you guys will get. This is a total softball. Do you like how I'm like sandbagging you here? So if you don't get it, you're gonna like feel embarrassed.
Idiot.
Okay, every Halloween, in one of the most famous Halloween specials of all time, Charlie Brown helps his friend Linus wait for what character to appear?
Great Pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin. I knew you'd get it, Chris Powell.
It's pop culture lore, isn't it?
I know, that's what I thought that was an uplifting way, because I realized after I was going through and we talked about the bats and people dying and ritualistic, spirits wandering around the earth, I was like, I got to bring this home with something a little more positive. So Charlie Brown just felt right. Felt like a good way to end it. Well, good job, guys.
My cat growing up.
Yeah, right?
That was the name of your cat, you said?
Our cat was Charlie Brown.
Or Charlie Brown. I mean, that was really the soundtrack of my childhood, like just playing in the background. So I'm glad I ended it on a more positive note.
Good.
You guys did quite well. I mean, you did. You at least got one, which is why I feel like I gave you a bit of a softball, because again, things got a bit dark, but it's Halloween. People will be fine.
Yeah.
Great to chat with you guys as always, and we will do this again in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.